In the small town of Windermere, there was a remarkable woman named Emily Carter. Emily was widely recognized for her unwavering determination and meticulous planning. She had meticulously mapped out her life, believing that she could control her destiny through hard work. Emily had always been ambitious. She graduated at the top of her class, landed a coveted position at a prestigious law firm, and was engaged to Matthew, a kind and dependable man. Although her life seemed perfect on the surface, beneath the facade of success lay a restless heart, constantly yearning for the next achievement and goal. While working late in her office one evening, Emily received a life-changing call. Her father, her pillar of strength and confidant, had suffered a severe heart attack. Hurrying to the hospital, Emily was faced with the fragility of life. Despite the best efforts of the doctors, her father passed away, leaving her shattered and adrift. In the following weeks, Emily threw herself into her work, using it as a shield against grief. Her relationship with Matthew began to deteriorate as she distanced herself emotionally. She felt as if the foundation of her meticulously planned life had crumbled, and she didn't know how to rebuild it. One Sunday morning, feeling lost and empty, Emily wandered into the town's old church. She hadn't visited it since childhood, but something drew her there. She sat in the back pew, tears streaming down her face, and listened to the sermon. The pastor's words resonated deeply. Sometimes we must let go of our plans to make for God's more excellent plan. Trust that He has something better for you. Emily returned to the church week after week, finding solace in the sermons and the quiet strength of the congregation. She began to reflect on her life, realizing how tightly she had clung to her plans, leaving little room for faith or trust in something greater than herself. One afternoon, as she walked along the riverbank, Emily visited her father's favorite spot. It was a secluded area where the water cascaded over smooth stones, and the sunlight danced on the surface. Sitting on a large rock, she closed her eyes and prayed, asking God for guidance. She whispered, "I am letting go. God, I trust you have something better for me." In the days that followed, Emily felt a sense of peace she hadn't known before. She started to let go of her need for control, embracing the uncertainty of life with newfound faith. She reconnected with Matthew, opening up about her struggles and fears. They postponed the wedding, giving themselves time to heal and grow together. Emily also began to reassess her career. The relentless pursuit of success had cost her more than she realized. She took a sabbatical from the law firm instead of volunteering at a local shelter. There, she discovered a deep sense of fulfillment in helping others and making a tangible difference in their lives. Months passed, and Emily's life transformed in ways she had never anticipated. She and Matthew grew closer, their relationship deepening with each shared challenge and triumph. She found joy in simple moments and learned to appreciate the beauty of life's unpredictability. While volunteering at the shelter, Emily met Rachel, a young woman struggling with addiction and homelessness. Emily saw her past self in Rachel's eyes and decided to mentor and support her. This experience led Emily to pursue a new career in social work, using her legal expertise to advocate for those in need. Years later, Emily celebrated her wedding in the same church where she had found solace, surrounded by friends, family, and the lives she had touched. Emily's journey taught her the power of letting go and trusting in something more significant. Trusting God with our future means we must also allow Him to heal us from the pain of our past. God will never take something away from you without intending to replace it with something much better. Just because God didn't answer your prayers doesn't mean He's not listening. He's just got something better in store for you. Sometimes, holding on can cause more damage than letting go. It may seem like nothing could be worse than the pain or uncertainty of the future if this doesn't work out, but trust me, there is. Life is full of transitions. It's tempting to hold on to what is familiar when you are in a season of change or facing an unknown future. However, it's important to remember that God is orchestrating a beautiful picture. It's easy to become attached to one piece of the puzzle and become hyper-focused and obsessed with the outcome. Letting go and letting God is a phrase that encourages individuals to release their grip on a situation or relationship and trust in a higher power or divine guidance to handle it. In the context of someone no longer being in your life, it suggests surrendering the need to control the outcome and having faith that things will unfold according to a higher plan or purpose. This phrase can bring comfort and a sense of release from trying to force a particular outcome in a situation beyond your control. God repeatedly emphasizes in His Word that releasing control is the key to allowing Him to do great things in our lives. Essentially, God cannot intervene on our behalf until we release control. As long as we are preoccupied with trying to force things to happen on our own timeline and through our own efforts, we are not placing our trust in God. Trust is essential for God to transition us from waiting to the next phase of His plan for our lives. God, your God, will restore everything you lost. He will have compassion on you and come back to pick up the pieces from all the places where you were scattered. Don't forget that when God is silent, He is still working for you. God will never show you a complete picture of what He has in store. He loves to surprise. It's time to trust God because He is always helping and will never stop helping. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and hope. God's assurance of good plans instills confidence in letting go, knowing that His intentions for our future are filled with hope. The reason letting go and letting God take control can be difficult is that we might not fully understand God's character. We can trust God when times are tough, but our trust only goes so far. We run towards God when things are hard, but there's a limit to how far we're willing to go. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.